Hello and welcome to another beauty box unboxing. Today it's one of my subscription boxes. It's okay box for November/December 2023. So this is a subscription box. It costs £15 per month. You can cancel it at any time and there is a facility to pause. What they'll do is they'll send you an email telling you what's in the box before they take your payment. If you don't like what you see, you can say you want to opt out for that month. Now, you can get your first box for about £7.50, I think, at the moment, and there may even be a free gift, but you have to go to their website to check all the details, which is okbeautybox.co.uk. So with this one, they start to distribute it around the middle of the month, and then if you want to buy November's/December's box, you'll need to do so before the middle of December, because the next one will be out then, and that will be the one that you get. Now with this box, you always get a couple of vouchers for OK magazine, which is quite handy if that's what you like to read. These are worth £7.20, which is actually included in the overall value of the box. You do get a leaflet as well with some information. There's a QR code as well that takes you to their beauty blog. This month's box is called the Party Pieces Edit and is worth over £110. They say inside you'll find not 5 but 6 party-tastic products, including everything you'll need before and after that big night out. So the first product in here, let me get myself all settled and sorted, is by Doctor's Formula, and it is the Instant Eyelash Superfood. This is a full-size product with an RRP of £34.95. OK says if you've never tried a lash serum before, prepare to be blown away by how naturally long and thick they make your eyelashes. The solution contains hydrating and strengthening ingredients that reinforce the individual hairs. Peptides aim to help restore and increase resilience within the lashes. Moisture is attracted and binds into the lashes to maintain a healthy look and feel, whilst defending against dryness and reducing brittleness and breakage. After cleansing the face, apply a thin layer of the serum to the upper lash line every evening before bed. So this is one that I've not tried before. I've tried a few of these products and I am actually being quite consistent with them. It's quite a nice packaging actually at the moment. So this is one of those ones that you put along your eyelash line at night time. Now I've had a couple of these that do make me feel I don't like them so much. I wake up in the morning and my eyes feel a little bit gritty. This one I have used and it's fine. It didn't do that to me, so it's good. I'm going to be adding this one to my collection. I've got 2 on the go at the moment. One that I use on non-makeup days, or when I'm not going to be wearing makeup the following day. I use one of these, but I have got one that's like a bit of a mascara primer as well. I think it's by, is it Skin Chemist? I could be completely wrong there. I don't know why that's come in my head. But anyway, it's like a mascara brush and you put it on before you put your makeup on. And I really like that one because it kind of acts as a mascara primer as well. But I have been trying to be more consistent with these kinds of products. Not every day. I'm not great at consistency. That is one of my big faults actually in most things in my life. But I have been trying with this. Have I noticed a difference? Do you know what? Maybe slightly. Maybe not necessarily in the length, although there may be a slight increase. I don't know whether you can tell. I mean, they look reasonably long, but I've never had that kind of problem where they were too short. But what I think I've noticed is the condition of them is better. So particularly on this eye, this is my bad lash eye. I don't like it much because it never ever looks as good as the other side. But I think it's improved. Now, I wonder whether it's because previously they were maybe a little bit drier, a little bit more brittle, like they say. This sort of thing improves that. And I think that might be what's happened. They're a little bit easier to sort of get in the position that you want them to be than they used to be. So I'm not entirely sure about improving the length, but definitely improving the condition, which to be fair is a good thing, isn't it? Because that means they'll hopefully last a little bit longer. So on to the next product. That was a bit, I waffled too much then, never mind. This is one I was really looking forward to. It's by Space Masks and it's the self-heating eye mask in orange and grapefruit with an RRP of £3.85. OK says this mask cleverly warms up automatically as soon as you open it, providing the most amazingly soothing experience when placed over the eyes. This one also has an uplifting citrus scent. It helps relieve tiredness, eye strain, headaches and other tensions. It can be worn travelling, at home or away, or even in bed and while sleeping. So you've probably seen or had these before. It's one of these ones that it's quite a good one to use actually. It's got these little hooks that you put around your ear and then just over your eyes. It does say open packet, hook the mask around your ears and over your eyes, keep it on until the heat fades or as long as you like. So I was looking forward to this. I mean, the citrus orange is just my favourite smell, and grapefruit as well. I love that. Now, I could smell something when I opened it up, but not very strongly. So while it was heating my eyes, I couldn't get that fragrance, which I was a little bit disappointed about. The heating action I love anyway, so I love these masks whether they smell great or not. But yeah, the fragrance just wasn't quite there for me, and I was trying out another product from another box, which was like a pillow spray, and that's all I could smell. So that could be the reason why, to be fair. Once it had cooled down a little bit, I did get more of a smell then, but do you know what? I can't smell anything now, which with some of the other ones you can even after they've been used. So I'm not sure about that one. I love it as a self-heating mask. I just love those anyway. But as far as the fragrance is concerned, I could do with it being a little bit stronger maybe. Okay, the next item is is Cultured Biome Care Cleansing Balm. The leaflet says that this is interesting because the leaflet has this listed as 15 mils with an RRP of £4.80. The one I got is actually 30 mils. So if you wanted to buy 100 mils, it's £32 on the website. So I think this one's worth at least £9.60. Now, the one that they've got on the leaflet as well is a tube version of the product, so a 15 ml sort of tube, squeezy tube one. But look, mine's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a pump action one. So I'm not sure whether maybe they just had a few of these, or they've got a bit of a mix and match and they have to put the lower value one on the leaflet, on the advertising for it. I don't know, or maybe I hope everybody gets this one because it's really nice, solid, chunky packaging, and it's a nice design as well. I really, really like that. So let's tell you about it because I'm going off piste again. So they say with a potent antioxidant complex that works to support cell defense and skin vitality, this honey textured balm removes all impurities from the face and delicate eye area without drying, irritating or compromising the skin barrier or microbiome. Future ferments, that's a trademark, of algae and microalgae act as nutrient-rich superfoods, delivering a broad-spectrum prebiotic effect that leaves skin restored to its healthy, glowing best. And you massage it into dry skin for 30 seconds before adding warm water to emulsify it, then rinse off. And you can use it morning and night, but it is a good one for removing makeup because you can use it on your eye area as well. So I'll show you what it looks like, and I always use a balm or an oil to remove my makeup. I say that quite a lot, but I'll just say it again. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It is quite a thick sort of texture to it, and it does rub in just like a balm would onto your dry skin. There is a fragrance to it. I would actually say that's kind of a nighttime fragrance. Very gentle, almost it's herbally sort of smell, but nice. I used it yesterday to remove my makeup and it did a great job as my first stage evening makeup removal routine. So I'm happy with that. Disorganized me as usual. I'm just noticing things that are completely wrong at the moment. I think I've got the camera too high up, so sorry about that. And also I've got no tissue papers to clean up after myself, and I am a mucky pup, so I do need that. I will be back in a sec. Okay, so the next product is by Mudmasky. So this is an interesting one too, because I've had a few products by Mudmasky, but never anything quite like this. So this is the Glam Care Perfection Primer. It's 15 mils with an RRP of £28. That's quite a lot, actually. I didn't realise that. OK says this weightless formula gives your makeup something to grip onto. It balances out excess oil to reduce shine and create a smooth matte base for your makeup for longer wear. It blurs the skin to provide the appearance of a more even texture and flawless complexion. The natural vitamins help to nourish the skin throughout the day, even with makeup on. So basically, after doing your skincare, apply a small amount of this over your face using fingers, a brush or sponge. Wait a few minutes for it to dry before applying the rest of your makeup. So I had a go with this. Now, do you know what? For some reason, I didn't have high expectations for this. I'm not entirely sure. I've had quite a lot of Mudmasky products. A lot of them are kind of masks. Or I had a brilliant coffee scrub, underarm scrub, which was fantastic. I've had that a few times and I've still got that and used that. It's brilliant. So I have had some nice products from them, but for some reason I just didn't hold much hope for this. So I'll do it on my arm because I'm still got a bit balmy on my hand. I should have probably gone and washed it, actually. So this is what it looks like. Now does look kind of tinted, doesn't it? But it just blends in really nicely. It's not the easiest to blend in, actually. I did think that while I was doing it. I've had other ones similar, and it's more it seems quite thicker to a lot of products I've used that are similar. So I did use it as my primer after moisturizer, just my normal skincare routine. Use this as primer. I have used my Borean colour corrector as well, as I always do. And it's done a brilliant job. It did leave my skin feeling, I can feel it even now, just on my arm, just sort of soft and silky feeling. That's what it felt like. So it was a great base for foundation. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed by that. It's quite pricey though, so I don't know. It is nice. I like it. I'm going to have to keep using it and just come to a judgment. Is it worth the money? I think some of these primers are, because I can tell the difference between some primers for me are just no good. If they're like that hydrating primer, it's lovely. But for me, as a base for makeup, a hydrating primer doesn't quite do it. I have to have these sort of blurring ones that do that silky smooth finish to start it all off. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Okay, next we get an exciting one because it's a little palette. It's by Bella Pierre. It's an eyeshadow palette. It's in Purple Storm. Now this has got an RRP of £28. OK says the only eyeshadow palette you'll need this Christmas. It includes 2 shades of brown and a shimmery champagne, plus a pretty amethyst glitter for a dazzling disco effect. They suggest using the mid-brown shade, which I guess is that one, over the lid and crease. The dark brown near the lash line to create a smoky eye, and the 2 sparkly shadows over the lid. So I have used 3 of these today. Now I am filming another box as well, which is the OK Christmas limited edition box, I think, if it's still available. If it's not available, I might not do it. We will see. We'll see. If it's available by the time I finish this one, I'm going to do it anyway. So this, I had to, the other one had a palette in 2. So I've had to mix and match between 2 palettes. So what I've done with this one, now the only trouble with Bella Pierre, I like Bella Pierre. I use a lot, I've got a lot of things that I use on a daily basis from them. Colour correctors for my eyes, concealer sort of things. What else do I use? They've got my base eyeshadow is a Bella Pierre one. So I do like the brand, but I always find that the packaging feels a bit not the best. You know, it's a bit flimsy feeling. And for £28, if that's £28, I didn't check the prices today because normally OK is pretty good. So I only check them if I'm not 100% sure. So if it is £28, I'd expect better packaging, quite honestly. Now, having said that, I do love the quality of their actual eyeshadow. So, and that is what you're paying for, I guess. So this goldy one here, it's really beautiful. And I've used that under my brow and in the very inner corner. And I don't know whether you can get that that's there because it is quite a subtle glow. But I think you can catch it. Sorry, my throat's going croaky again. It's the time of year. Then the next one is this shimmery pink one. And so what I did then is I put that actually next to that one on my eye because I had the other palette to use too. They went quite well together, really. So they're quite light shimmers. So I put those right in the corner. Then the next one I used was this one, which that actually is the very last colour that I've used on my lid. So that one sort of went about there. And in between, I used a couple of other colours from the other palette. I can't remember what I did now. 3 colours from the other palette because there were 4 in that as well. So the only one I didn't use was this dark one. It's a little bit too dark. I don't tend to go too dark at the end because it sort of draws my eyes down. They're older eyes. So, you know, I have to try and make them look a bit lighter. But I do like this palette. So I don't like the packaging. I have to admit, I don't like the packaging at all. It just doesn't, it's just not £28 worth of packaging. But the actual shadows themselves are really nice. And I'm almost certainly going to be using them, especially that gold, that highlighter. I really like the way that looks. Okay, next, there is something else, finally. Now, this is actually just a sample perfume. So it is classed as the 6th item, which is fair enough, I guess. It's Floral Street's Wonderland Peony. So they have given this an RRP of £4.20, but I mean, normally a sample, I wouldn't expect to have a value put on it because it is just a sample. If you did want 10 mils of this, it is £28, so it is quite a pricey perfume. I actually do have the 20 mils version, which is good. Is it 20 or 10? 10, sorry, 10 mils. 10 mils version of this, which is £28, and it is a lovely perfume. I noticed I haven't used much of it, but my favourite Floral Street one is Sunflower Pop, so that's the one I always kind of go for. Anyway, I have got this on today, and I wore it all of yesterday as well to give it a go, just to remind myself what it's like. It is lovely. It's actually a really good one, I think, for this time of year, because although Floral Street, you hear Floral Street, you think it's all going to be very flowery and floral, but a lot of the time they do use sort of fruity fragrances in there. So this one, OK says it's a light and fruity floral scent in a sample size that's perfect for clutch bags. That was in my bag. I would lose it. I don't have a clutch bag though. It's an award-winning vegan and cruelty-free warm full-bodied scent consisting of peonies, pink berries, violets, cedarwood and vetiver. So there is that pink berries smell to it, and the violet as well. I do love violet. That I think makes the difference to it and makes it really fruity and lovely. It's quite sweet, but not sickly sweet. It's gorgeous. So I am happy to have had this and sort of rediscovered it, I guess. Remembered that I've got it. It's beautiful. That is beautiful. There is a slight floralness to it, but for me, it's just fruity and it smells so uplifting. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Mainly because I've rediscovered that I really like that scent, and it's a good one for me for this time of year, whereas Sunflower Pop for me is definitely more of a spring, summer perfume. I love that one. Okay, so that's the end of the box. What do you think? Do you know what? I actually think it's a really good box. You're talking £15 and you're getting some decent stuff. So we start off with the eyelash serum, which, do you know what, I am really trying to use these consistently, and if nothing else, I think the condition of my eyelashes has definitely improved. Then you get the mask. Tell me if you get one and it smells really strong for you. It could be my nose, who knows. I can smell the perfume quite well. So I just think the fragrance needs to be upped a little bit on that one. But the actual using the heated mask, I like anyway. It's a nice thing to use. The Beautiful cleanser, I'm very happy with this one, mainly because I got this version of it. I hope everyone else does. It's beautiful, but it's also a really good balm to remove your makeup too. Then the Mudmasky, surprisingly great. I really like that. That's going to go, I think I'm using, I know what one is it now? Oh, it might be a This Works one that I'm using at the moment, which is a similar sort of blurry type thing. Can't remember if it's This Works, but it's a really good one. So once I've finished that one, I will be using that one. And then of course you get your little palette, which the colours are nice. I like those colours, and they did a really good job. Very good to blend as well. And then finally you get your little perfume sample, which, do you know what, it's a beautiful smell for this time of year for me. So I hope you enjoyed that unboxing. I'm going to try and increase the videos. It's this time of year, isn't it? I'm so behind on Christmas as well. I bought one present and it was a stocking filler. It's not, no, I did buy a friend a present as well. So I bought 2 presents, but that's not much. Luckily, I don't have to buy as many anymore. I haven't got many little kids in my life now. So they're the ones that always wanted the presents that you had to go and hunt for. But all the kids in my life now are grown up, so they prefer money, which is a lot easier. But yeah, it's difficult because I do want to still make it nice for my son, even though he's 18. You know, he's sort of like it's hard to buy for him, let me put it like that. And I do still want to give him like little stocking fillers, but I've got no idea, absolutely no idea what to get. So if anyone's got any good ideas, oh, I did think maybe like a nice aftershave, but I think you'd have to choose that. Yeah, it's difficult. It's very musical. So he has asked for a guitar for Christmas, which I will get him that, but which is quite a pricey thing, so that will be the only biggish present. But I want to get him like a stocking as well. So any ideas, very much welcome. I should just look at the grooming boxes for men, shouldn't I? But I don't think he'd really be into that. So yeah, that's Christmas that is coming, and I am so unprepared, I can't tell you. In a way, I feel quite sort of like uplifted, not uplifted, I can't think of the word, but quite happy that I'm not getting all stressed about it and all worried, because I normally do. But I don't feel like that. I feel like I haven't done it. So there is like that element of stress, I've got to do it. But there's also a sort of like, I don't know, uplifting feeling about it this year, that I'm not going to go mad. Anyway, what else is there? I can't think of anything else interesting, really. There probably is lots of interesting things because things seem just so busy at the moment, but I can't think what they are, so sorry about that. The dogs are okay, all is good there. The weather's weird, sunny days, then rainy days. Yeah, it's an interesting time of year. Not looking forward to January. I know I shouldn't even be thinking that far ahead, but yeah, I hate January. So I think that's in the back of my head all the time, thinking, oh God, it's going to be January soon, and I hate January. So I've got to think of some nice things to do in January. Any ideas there would be very welcome. That's it then. I liked this month's box. That's what I'm supposed to be talking about, isn't it? The box. Yes, I liked this month's box. It was good. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to send you loads of positive energy. I don't know what's wrong with me today. My head's all over the place. I'm going to send you loads of positive energy and hope that you have an absolutely fabulous week. Take lots of care. See you soon. Bye.